Hi friends, welcome back to our channel. I'm Kostya.
And I'm Sam, and today we wanted to chat about our skill set, our starting point, reflect a little bit on our creative process so far, and see if there's any similarities between the way we build our projects and the way you've built yours or thought about yours.
I come to this project with art background because I work as an art director, so I do a lot of work with visuals. So my skill set naturally comes from the visual design perspective and working with Photoshop a lot and a lot of After Effects because I would build some case videos and little animations and banners to show to our clients. Plus, I do a little bit of 3D design and I learned Cinema 4D, which was very helpful in both our personal projects and in my advertising work. In art direction, one of the most important parts is to establish this look and feel that your project gonna have. So I started to creating mood boards on Pinterest and used few images I really liked, like the screenshots from the Firewatch. And Pinterest is a great platform because it gives you so many different suggestions, so you can start getting inspiration and search for related images and build something beautiful from there. Next step was very important. It was to select a software, a game engine that we're gonna use. And because we decided to make a 3D game, the choice was between Unity and Unreal Engine. And we decided to go with Unity because eventually we want to make our game available on platforms like Nintendo Switch and mobile. And Unity seemed to be more versatile platform-wise and offers more options. I decided to learn as I go, since that's the process I enjoyed while working on previous projects. So my process of learning is I learn as I need something. So first we come up with certain situations, we come up with game mechanics, and then I research, and luckily enough there are so many tutorials online on Unity and just game design in general that it's very easy to find exactly what you're looking for on the internet. So I learn and I do these tutorials as I go. And because I'm a visual person, I decided to use both visual scripting instead of C Sharp because it just helps me so much to see the scripts on the page and see how different elements interact with each other. It just makes a lot of sense and flows better. And hopefully, as I go, I'll pick up the basics of coding and add a bit of scripting if required.
Yeah, cool. So I think we both come to the Copycat project with different skill sets. From a story point of view, I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself so you can kind of gauge where I'm at and then hopefully, make some comparisons with your own work. So I was really fortunate to finish my Masters of Screenwriting a couple of years ago. So I do have a more traditional linear background. I have explored Final Draft software with my short films and, really, really well versed with Google Docs when I co-wrote that full-length play Once Upon a Time that never went anywhere. But, we did it. Whereas some of my more untraditional formats have been writing word trees for Facebook chatbots and even learning a bit more of a text box system where we developed my first comic book, and that was literally where the designer had all these empty boxes and I wrote to fill them in over the 500 or so pages. But when it came to lore and game writing, there was still so much to learn. So I started by reading. I read a lot. I read Writing for Animation, Comics and Games by Christy Marks. I also read 21st Century Screenplay by Linda Arison, which really talked to the non-traditional structures and unconventional ways to explore a narrative, which was cool. Also love YouTube, so I listened to a lot of video essays and they helped examine games, empathy, philosophy, and critical thinking, which was all really helpful for the creative process. In particular, shout out to Jacob Geller and Wisecrack. Love you guys. Great job. But I feel like the biggest thing was the more I read, the more I researched, the more I watched, I just found out there was not just one way of doing it. So I did what I did best, start with my roots. So we started with the name, something catchy, Copycat. It's quick, it's a quick get. And then I started with a synopsis and a log line, something that would be able to, tease out the story a little bit, and I could say to our friends and family, and they would understand what it was. And once we had a bit of recall and recognition, I felt like, yeah, we got a bit of a good story. We then moved on to the format, and that helped, I guess, craft some of our later decisions. And then the one I wanted to chat with you today is moments. So, moments is kind of, these story building blocks. It's almost like a collision of elements that we would just be really sad if these, I guess, moments weren't in our stories. So you can kind of see as we scroll down on the screen here, these are all, I guess, either a story beat or a interesting gameplay, or a metaphor, or just a really beautiful visual that we like, that we wanted to get in. So yeah, where to from here? We're still working it out, but if you want to hear more about our process and particular story or particular art, let us know.
And it made us realize that no matter what your background is, you bring something unique to the game, something and you don't have to be a crazy developer or amazing 3D artist to be able to make the game, and we all just start from where we are and we learn from there. So
Wish us luck and good luck to you.
And we hope to see you in our next video.